Welcome to day 5 of the Easter Reading Challenge. It's the reading set today for Good Friday itself, and we're thinking about the time in the middle of the day when the sun should have been at its very brightest, when darkness fell. And in the midst of that darkness, Jesus called out in a loud voice the Aramaic words, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. And the Bible very helpfully translates that for us, because otherwise we wouldn't have a clue. My God, why have you forsaken me? Now, when you see darkness in the Bible, it signifies God's anger. God's anger is not a horrid, ugly, violent rage that people sometimes may fly into. It's a very controlled but determined resistance to all that is wrong. And darkness signifies that anger. The question is, at the cross, who is God's anger against? And we look at the scene and we see all the people in the scene going about their business. We see the high priest mocking, we see the passers-by hurling their insults, we see the soldiers doing their job. The one who seems to be under the anger of God is Jesus. He's the one who cries out, my God, why have you forsaken, abandoned? Why have you shut me out? Actually, Jesus knew the answer. He was quoting from an Old Testament passage, Psalm 22, verse 1. My God, why have you forsaken me? It was the words he was destined to say. Words that showed that he was being shut out so that we can be brought in. He was shut out, rejected, so that we can be brought in, accepted. That's the plan all along. And immediately, the moment when Jesus gives his life, having said those words, we see extraordinary things happening. It's as though the very fabric of this world as we know it, and all its muck and brokenness, are beginning to snap. All the cords are snapping and things are coming right. So we get the curtain in the temple, which signified the barrier into God's presence, torn in two by God himself, as is to say, the way's open, come to me, anyone may come. We get that extraordinary account of the graves opening, and then we get the very leader of the murder squad, the centurion himself, standing by the cross and recognizing that Jesus really is the Son of God. It's an extraordinary moment as that centurion, the one who had done all those things to Jesus, is the first one, as it were, to walk through the torn curtain into God's presence. He is included, given access, even him, and that gives hope for anybody. I spoke to somebody once who said to me that she would wake up in the middle of the night and would sometimes wonder deep down whether her prayers could ever be heard. Could she ever be included, knowing all the things about going on in her life? You know the things that are going on in your life. I said to her, of course, because Jesus was shut out, you can be brought in. And it's the same for you. As I come to the end now, I just want to ask you, have you received that for yourself yet? If you have, it's the most wonderful and precious thing. If you haven't, Good Friday would be a great day to reach out to Jesus and say, what you did on that first Good Friday, I want that access myself.